Hi, it's Monty from Sportive Cyclist, and in this video I'm going to give you an update on the status of my project to tidy up my workshop space and generally tidy up our yard to make it suitable for cycling and other endeavours. I've got no idea what day it is in the process. All I can say is it's a Saturday. I've got some jobs to do today, and I thought I'd give you an update as to where we are on the process so far. So the chicken shed that was formerly on this concrete slab has come down. I'm still not exactly sure how I'm going to move this incredibly heavy set of metal shelving. I've still got a few bits that I need to tidy up and move elsewhere. There's a few old roof tiles, some of which can be salvaged, and this generally needs sweeping up, and then it will form a base, maybe for, I don't know, workshop number 2, but that's for a later date. Moving into the workshop itself, it's still looking somewhat jammed with stuff. Over by the window we managed to drag this set of metal shelving, which is incredibly heavy and now sits in front of a hole in the wall. I'm not sure it entirely increases the security of the place, but is at least making a pretense at covering that gap. Here we have my workbench that I saved from the chicken shed. I discovered this piece of, I don't know what we call it. Is it melamine covered wood? It was slightly bent because it was sat on its end, so I've put these blocks on with a view to flattening it out, and I'm pretty sure that I can make use of that as a slightly cleaner worktop surface for certain jobs. Here we have stage 1 of my attempt to fix the guttering. It seems to be working. There isn't actually a gap up there anymore, which probably suggests that's the case. I've managed to get the water diverting outside of the building for now, and whilst it hasn't rained a great deal, I'm pretty sure this isn't moisture that's come in recently. That said, whereas I thought I'd fixed this bit up here, clearly we're moving from a semicircular to a squarish section. Most competent drainage engineers would probably agree that's not going to work. It's a temporary fix for now, just to try and get it dry. I'll try and replace this square section of guttering. I do have other bits and bobs lying around, try and get it somewhat permanently fixed in place. Now this room in here, I'm not convinced is ever going to be totally dry. That is a massive hole. It's quite a cool, albeit rusted, work table here. I've got no idea whether I'll be able to salvage that. It doesn't look too wet. Once I start scraping off this floor, we'll be able to determine really how much moisture is getting in. Oops. Nice and full of all of the junk that I managed to pull out of various outhouses over the past couple of weekends. For all of you interested in the metal situation, there's quite a pile here, and if we can't persuade someone to come and pick it up, it's going to be a bit of a challenge to get rid of it. I decided to go into business as a drainage equipment storage facility. Not sure that these ladies are meant to be in here pulling apart this bale of straw. All of the scaffold equipment has been moved out of here, so the only junk in this workshop is Monty's own junk, as it were. As a result of my own workshop build project, I found myself watching an awful lot of videos on exactly the same subject on YouTube. As part of that, you see quite a few around tool restoration projects, and I suppose this vice here, which does still somewhat work, could be the subject of a future video, or at least I should get my arse into gear and try and make it work. This racking here all needs to be cleaned out, and I'm hoping will provide quite a useful storage solution for fixings, tools, stuff like that really. This is my current electrical solution. Extension lead from the garage through to this additional extension lead here. And here a bit of a close-up of this rather knackered old metal. Not sure we could sell this one in IKEA. Still need to get rid of these flooring tiles. Now, I don't think I'm ever going to get the security of this workshop up to scratch such that I feel super comfortable leaving bikes and electric tools in here, so I think it will be largely just used as a workspace. That's not going to stop me storing things that people aren't going to want to steal, like hand tools, fixings, the work stand, things like that. For the time being, I'm going to have to find somewhere else to store things more securely. So on the subject of somewhat secure storage, I am thinking of making use of this building behind me here. It's a lot drier than the workshop, a lot smaller, probably won't require quite as much time and effort to get it secure, dry, and somewhere that I'd feel comfortable keeping bikes and more expensive items that I don't want to be half-inched. It's a nice secure door. I could probably make it more secure. I know it's not much to look at, like most buildings on this property. To be honest, it looks like somewhere where I could keep a hostage. Once I've cleared this stuff out, given it a good hose out with the power washer, secured this window and properly secured this door, could be quite a useful secure storage area. So part of the purpose of clearing out the workshop is so that I can move some of the clutter out of the garage in order to make this more useful for us, so the kids have somewhere to put all of their bikes and toys and things like that without them being just all over the floor. And here's my current bike workshop setup. Here we can see I've dismantled both the drivetrain and the front fork from my Trek. We've got the toolbox here, my torque wrench here, some fixings there, chop saw, drill press, which I think I've never used in anger, the trusty doors, the domain, which is both dismantled and still dirty. We currently have a spending freeze on cycling related items, the sealed bearings that I need both for the headset and also for the bottom bracket. They're both quite pricey given that it's winter and I'm using what I now designated as my winter bike, the doors. I thought I would wait till it was slightly warm until I got the workshop sorted out, but even do that as one of my first proper bike maintenance videos from the workshop. I think that's enough gassing, so it's time to actually go and do some work. I'm going to go and set fire to stuff. So we're into the evening now. I haven't filmed a great deal of the stuff that I've been up to today. Who knows how much footage I've got, but I have managed to do a bit of tidying. Nice big pile of stuff here. The fire that I set earlier on is slowly dying down. In case you're wondering why those ladders are propped up like that, there's no particular reason other than I was trying to get them off the floor. The wind's starting to get up now. I think we've got a storm coming in overnight, so I don't think I'll be able to get much stuff done outside tomorrow. I'll get an opportunity overnight and tomorrow to see how this guttering holds up and whether this place is in any way dry. Slight script to what I was just saying. We're now in the midst of said storm and my botched guttering hasn't really held up very well. Well, that's worked well. I don't think it's the guttering per se that's fallen down as a result of the weather conditions. It's just this slightly bodged job trying to cover this big hole. Right, I've bodge fixed the guttering again, so this really is the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please do hit the like button and also hit subscribe, and make sure you look out for the next video in this series, and maybe at some point I'll start doing some about cycling. See you soon.